is nice unloading on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, and
it's what we're accustomed to.
Yep, and the seat originally didn't have a swivel in it, but I bought a swivel put on it so I can sit in here crossways, look right out the window. It's a pretty comfortable day in here. If the seat had been locked rigid, you're always necking around looking, and it makes it hard to see.
Sure. So how much rain have you had the last 2 days?
About 1 inch and 6/10, 1 3/4 inches.
That's about where we were at too.
Yep.
Pretty even rainfall that come across the area.
Yep. Before the ground was so hard and dry, we were wearing the shear zone excessively, and the turbines were showing a lot of wear. Now with this extra moisture, I'm able to dig 2 to 3 inches deep versus 4 to 6 inches deep to get that taproot. It's made a tremendous difference on how easy the machine is working in the ground.
So the turbines in muddy conditions, that's where they're supposed to shine.
They're supposed to help separate that dirt out versus a roll where it could possibly just transfer that mud ball.
Yeah, create a mud ball.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's correct. We'll go slow here. I've done some changes to the shears a little bit and added rods to them. What that's allowed me to do is run the turbines higher off the ground. They would recommend you run the turbines 1 centimeter off the ground. But I've changed the shears just a little bit, so I'm able to run it up to 2 inches off the ground and save a lot of wear on the bottom side of the turbine. And yet that beet is still lifted up and thrown right onto the turbine.
Right now we're averaging about 170 ton an hour lifting.
Yep, somewhere right around there.
Just a hair over 4 acres an hour.
Yep, that's correct.
What's when it's dry? What have you been averaging or what's your best hour or acres per hour that you've been able to average?
The 140 acre field from start to finish, we were able to average just short of 5.8 acres an hour. That was a great day. Everything fell into line just great. A nice square field, half-mile field, and that I'd say that's an exception. That was an awful good day. I won't have another day like that this year. And those beets, they went 34.4 tons. So they were pretty respectable beets.
Have you had any tears back yet?
Yep. Our highest was a 2.4. So
2.4.
Yeah, and the rest are all just the minimum amounts. So, yeah. And that 2.4, we had an 80 that was about 30 acres of some poor, extremely high rhizine. And I'm sure the majority of that was rotten beets in that sample.
Now, how adjustable are each of the scalpers on this?
The main adjustment on the whole machine is the scalping. And our ground, and like most ground and thumb, varies from one end of the field to the other. So I find myself adjusting the scalper according to how the beets grew in the ground or above the ground. And you got 2 adjustments. You can raise the scalper, and it will change the pitch of the blade to the beet. Or on the scalper itself, there's fingers or guides that run ahead of the knife, and that's an adjustment I use the most. And what that's doing is gauging how much of the top you are taking off. So that's the adjustment I use the most one end of the field to the other. It's often to adjust it 2 or 3 times in one pass across the field.
Okay. Now, are you running pigtails or gates right now on your turbines?
It's a combination of both. Certain turbines underneath the machine are transfer turbines. They just move the beets to the next turbine. Those mostly have a gate. Now the cleaning turbines, the open-ended ones, they run all pigtails to help clean the beets. And so far as with the tears I've seen, I don't think I'm going to change a whole lot unless this is the first day of the rainy, muddier conditions we've dug, but as long as the tears can come back that same respectable low amount, I don't anticipate changing turbines or pigtails or grates. Or I've got another set of turbines for the header that are wider gap to let more dirt fall through. It seems to be doing a pretty good job as it's set up currently.
Now this is a brand new machine, correct?
Yes.
This hasn't been reconditioned. Have you had any breakdowns or any issues so far this year?
The minor issues with the head. This head was the first 8-row, 22-inch configuration they built. So the 3 large turbines, these are the largest turbines they've ever built. So the way the layout of the beets flow onto the turbines, we had done some changing for rock clearance. When you hit a stone, it's kind of like a toggle trip on a plow. That unit will come up and smack back down and reset itself. It was coming up and hitting the frame in a few areas. We trimmed those spots on that were overlooked at the factory. There was a cooling issue. I think we've got that resolved. The hydraulic issue with a different fan pitch, a different fan blade, a different pitch on it. And other than that, it's just been a little operator learning curve, and a few of the what they call like the basket on the back side of the lifting shares, where it directs the direction of the beet. Those I've changed quite a bit just to keep beet loss from falling back over the front, which they couldn't predict how the beets were going to react in the factory until we got them here. So
okay,
minor things, nothing that I wouldn't have been surprised to have to work on some things.
Well, the field looks pretty clean. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of beets left out here anywhere, so.
The field loss we've been very happy with. Occasionally, if I run the tank real full, the ring trace elevator has been backing up a little bit, and they're working on a fix for that as we speak now. They're sending some different valves and get those beets away from the ring trace, the belt that's bringing the beets to the tank. That's about the only time I see any chipping or issues is when I push that capacity.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for the ride along. Appreciate it.
Yep.